Wild boars cause an estimated $1.5 billion in damage each year to crops, livestock, and the environment in the United States. These destructive animals are not game species, but rather invasive pests that farmers desperately need to control. In fact, Texas farmers and ranchers alone lose approximately $119 million annually to feral hog damage. Today, farmers who have been battling these destructive animals for years finally cracked the code, and the way they're pulling it off is nothing short of genius. How did that happen? Stick around, you'll want to witness this till the very end. Farmers dig ditches to block wild boar invasions. For decades, farmers in different parts of the world tried almost everything to stop wild boars from destroying their hard work, and yet the animals always seem to find a way through. After countless experiments with electric fences, steel traps, and other modern tools, many of them are now turning back to a method that sounds surprisingly simple: digging trenches around their fields. It is almost ironic, isn't it? After years of investing in high-tech systems, the answer lies in an old, straightforward technique that had been used long ago. People began to wonder, almost in disbelief, how far these animals could go. If they were clever enough to outsmart traps, fast enough to dodge hunters, and bold enough to invade farms without hesitation, then what on earth could finally bring them to a halt? The surprising truth isn't found in brute force, but in an ingenious twist of human creativity, one that these animals, for all their instincts, simply cannot outwit. And trust me, you'll want to see how it unfolds, because what happens next is nothing short of brilliant. After exhausting nearly every modern method, many farmers around the world have begun turning back to a surprisingly straightforward idea. Digging trenches around their fields. The method, though ancient, has proven far more effective than many modern alternatives. Unlike fences that require constant power, repairs, and vigilance, trenches serve as natural barriers that wild boars can't easily cross. These animals aren't jumpers. They prefer to push through or dig under obstacles. When faced with a trench about 1 to 1.5 meters deep, they can neither climb nor leap across. If they fall in, they struggle to escape, giving farmers a long-awaited upper hand. Ironically, after years of investing in expensive technologies, it was an old, low-tech method that provided the answer. This rediscovery of trenches has already shown dramatic success. In Brazil, for instance, where crops like corn, soybeans, cassava, and sugarcane dominate, farmers were losing entire fields overnight. Herds of more than 200 wild boars would sweep through plantations, destroying everything in their path. One farmer even reported losing half of his lambs, about 250 animals in one season. But when farmers began digging trenches, the tide turned. In Texas, the story was much the same. Landowners realized that while digging trenches required upfront costs, fuel, machinery, and labor, the long-term benefits far outweighed the investment. Unlike electric fences that fail during storms or traps that catch only a few animals, trenches remained effective and maintenance-free. Yet while trenches help protect the land, farmers understood that true control meant removing the existing populations, not just keeping them out. That's where baiting and trapping strategies came into play. These methods rely on understanding wild boar psychology rather than brute force. Farmers begin by placing bait, usually corn mixed with yeast and flavored gelatin powder known as sour mash, near areas where pigs rest during the day. The strong, fermented scent draws them in from a distance. But here's the clever part: farmers don't trap them immediately. Instead, they let the animals feed freely for several nights, building trust and creating a routine. Only when the entire group or sounder begins visiting regularly do they set the trap. Technology plays a crucial role in this process. Farmers use trail cameras to study the hog's behavior, counting how many visit the bait sites when they arrive and which ones are more cautious. This allows them to plan the perfect moment for capture. The introduction of remote triggered traps like Boar Buster and Big Pig Trap has made this process even more efficient. These systems allow farmers to close the trap using a smartphone or computer the moment the entire group is inside, ensuring what's called whole sounder removal. Unlike older methods that might catch a few hogs at a time, these traps often capture nearly 90% of the group in one go. It's a perfect combination of patience, intelligence, and technology. Still, not every boar is fooled. Some become trap-shy after witnessing others get caught, refusing to enter again. For these stubborn survivors, farmers adapt with targeted approaches, sometimes involving skilled hunters. This leads to another fascinating chapter in the fight: night hunting using thermal imaging technology. As hunting pressure increases, wild boars have become more nocturnal, shifting their activity to the night when they feel safest. To counter this, hunters use advanced thermal scopes, like the Pulsar Trail 2 or TH4, that detect heat signatures instead of light, allowing visibility even in total darkness. Armed with AR-style rifles equipped with suppressors, they can quietly and effectively remove hogs under the cover of night. Ironically, the darkness that once protected the boars has now become their greatest vulnerability. But success doesn't come from just one approach. Farmers have learned that boar behavior changes with the seasons asterisk, and so must their tactics. In winter, when food is scarce and hogs burn more energy to stay warm, trapping becomes highly effective, often removing up to 80% of a population in just a few months. Spring brings abundance, new crops, insects, and amphibians, making bait less appealing. That's when night hunting takes the lead, targeting bold, dominant boars. Summer introduces new challenges, as surviving hogs seek out water sources to stay cool. Farmers use trail cameras to track them around wallows and ponds. Fall, however, is the most unpredictable season, with food sources shifting and new groups migrating as far as 19 miles in search of food. Farmers respond with hybrid methods, switching between trapping, baiting, and hunting based on conditions. And still, even the best strategies fail without community cooperation. Wild boars move freely across property lines, meaning one farmer's success can easily be undone if a neighbor doesn't take action. That's why farmers and local authorities have begun forming coordinated efforts like the Integrated Wild Pig Control Program. In 2016, a group of landowners who worked together, sharing traps and data, saw massive success because they acted collectively. Similar programs in Illinois and Kansas achieved impressive results, with coordinated trapping and monitoring eliminating up to 95% of wild hog populations in certain regions. Experts emphasize that only shared responsibility between farmers, counties, and even countries can ensure long-term control. In the end, the story of wild boar control isn't just about farming, it's about human ingenuity, patience, and resilience. It's a battle between instinct and intelligence, between nature and determination. Farmers who once felt powerless are now reclaiming their land through a mix of ancient wisdom and modern technology. What began as a struggle for survival has become a story of innovation and unity. And so, the message is clear. Sometimes the most effective solutions aren't the most advanced, they're the ones buried in simplicity, waiting to be rediscovered. By working together and adapting through the seasons, farmers have proven that even nature's toughest challenges can be overcome. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating tales. To continue your journey into stories of resilience and discovery, click the next video that appears on your screen.